Okay, dear students, this is your tutorial for foundation in automobile technology. Okay, here we are going to do some equations. Okay, mathematical equations related to engine and components. Okay, so there are some questions. Now I am going to do. So this is the first question. So you can read this question. So what's engine compression ratio? Okay. First of all, I give a small introduction about these things. Okay. Here, first, this is the piston. Okay. Here is connect with crank or something, and the piston moves like this. Okay. So okay. So you already know. So this is the BDC, bottom dead center, BDC. This is TDC, top dead center. So that means the piston can travel between these two limits. Okay, it can move between these two limits. Okay, so that limits. Okay, we can go bottom dead center and top dead center. Okay, so normally the cylinder is like this. Okay, this is the cylinder. Here the spark plug or injector something. Okay, so first, when the compression stop, what will happen? The piston move upwards and is compressed by air. Okay, so this amount of air, normally this amount of air, okay, the piston is compressed like this. Okay, this is a piston. Okay, the piston is compressed like this much amount of air. Okay, so beginning, okay, the air is fulfilled. Okay, fill in this cylinder the whole space. Okay, the whole space. Then after compression, the air is compressed into this small space. Okay, so now we study about the two, okay, technical words. One is stroke, one is bore. What is bore? Okay, BORE, bore. Okay, the bore means the cylinders. The cylinder is normally cylinder is called like this. Okay, this is the cylinder. So the bore is this diameter of the cylinder. Bore. Okay, stroke. What is stroke? Stroke means the piston move the length of the piston, the distance of the piston when it's moved in the any stroke, compression or any stroke. Okay, that means this is the stroke. Okay, BDC and TDC between. Okay, the piston move from this point to this point. So that length, that is stroke. Stroke, bore. Okay, so what is compression ratio? Before that, how we find the stroke? Here you can see the stroke. The stroke volume or swept volume means, okay, stroke is the length. Okay, the stroke swept volume, and for an example, piston is like, okay, here, then the piston is going like this. Okay, first piston is here. So stroke volume means the volume, okay, related to the stroke length. So here the stroke length, so this volume. So this is stroke length, this volume. So this is a cylindrical volume. Okay, so cylindrical, you already know, we know pi r squared. Okay, what is pi r squared for this? Okay, this area and the height the length is L, stroke is L for the length. Here we can change in the R, here in the R is we can change how? Radius, here diameter D. So here we can apply pi into, instead of R we can do D by 2 into L. Why D by 2? The half of the diameter is radius, okay. So here pi, so how it come? Pi, here D square, here also 4, the 4 is come like this, okay, into L. That is the equation to find stroke volume, Vs, okay, 4 upon pi into D squared into L, okay. This is the stroke, this complete of stroke volume, okay. So we can find this volume here to here, okay. I identify this amount of volume, we find that is stroke volume, okay. Now the second thing we have to study about the clearance volume. What is clearance volume? Okay, clearance volume, this is stroke volume or swept volume. The other word is clearance, CLEARC, okay, clearance volume. So what is clearance? Clearance means this remains volume when the air is remain as compressed, okay. This remain, this volume is called clearance volume, okay. This volume is called clearance volume. So you know the word of the compression ratio. Compression ratio means, the compression ratio means, okay, cylindrical volume at BDC, okay, cylindrical volume at BDC. So what is BDC? Cylindrical volume at BDC. When the piston is in the BDC, the total volume, this stroke volume, the blue color, and the clearance volume, okay. So here we can put what? V, stroke volume in Vs, clearance volume in Vc. The, okay, sum of these two things. Then cylindrical volume at TDC. When the piston is in the TDC, the cylindrical volume is only clearance. So what is this? So Vc, okay. So here you can see how we write. We can divide it by Vc, the Vc into Vc, 1, here Vs into Vc. So this is the equation for compression ratio that is shown here. Okay. So now you know what is compression ratio. So stroke, bore and compression ratio. Next thing you have to study about the two pressure, okay. Indicator mean effective pressure and brake mean effective pressure. Before that you study about indicated power and brake power. What is indicated power? Is the amount of the power delivered by the combustion gas to the engine. That means the combustion gas inside the cylinder, okay, that produces power inside the engine, okay, or against the engine, okay. The combustion gas, okay, the combustion gas produces power. So that power is called indicator power. Okay, the brake power called, okay, please understand carefully, the brake power is means, okay, this is the beginning, okay, the power is created by the combustion gas, okay, then after what will happen, some amount of power needs to work the engine, okay, continuously in the engine need to work, so some amount of indicator power used to for the function of the engine. So, okay, so after is the power available from the engine as usable power after consumed for the engine operation. After consume for the engine operation, the engine consumes some amount of power for its operation. Okay, then the remains power engine deliver. The remains power engine deliver to the operation other what? To function or to work the vehicle or any, okay, the transmission, in the power, the remains power is transmitted to the function of the vehicle. Okay, so this is the output power from the engine. Okay, after some amount of power from the indicator, after some amount of power from indicator power used to engine operation, then the remains power deliver from the engine. So we call that is as the engine power. So actually the engine power is means brake power. In the final power, the engine can produce the outside, from engine to outside. Okay, so that is called brake power. So here this is indicator power and this is brake power. Okay, these are the equation. Okay, I will tell later what are they. So this is some amount of engine parameters. Okay, first we start the question, then you can understand clearly. Okay, first, what is the first question? Find the engine capacity if engine compression ratio is 9.3 1 is to 9.3 is to 1. Okay, so here you can see this is the 4-stroke cylinder. Okay, the parameters of bore, I already told that's a diameter of bore 79 millimeter and stroke, the length of stroke 82 millimeter. So here the indicator mean effective pressure for this particular engine is 3432 kilopascal. So bus find the engine capacity if the compression ratio is 9.3 into 1. So first we know the equation, okay, the compression ratio equation. So that is PS plus VC into VC. So we know the ratio, this is a compression ratio R 1 plus VS this is the equation. Okay, so the VS, first we have to find the VS. Okay, the engine capacity means the total, the engine capacity means, okay, this is a clearance volume, the piston is here, this is the swept or stroke volume, this is a clearance volume, the total of swept and stroke volume, the complete volume we can call the capacity of the cylinder. Okay, engine capacity means that one. So Here we have to find the stroke volume. So Vs we already know. What is the equation? Pi into 4 d squared into L. So here the one thing we have to use here, we have to use centimeter, okay, because normally in the, okay, finally I will explain why we use the centimeter. So here we converted to centimeter. So the pi we know 22 point, below 7 or 3.14, okay, straightly, because here I use the scientific calculator, so here I put the pi, okay, we can straightly type the pi, so I here pi and 4 into d. D means what is the diameter of the bore, okay, so here the diameter of the bore is 79, so that is 79 millimeter equal 7.9 centimeter, okay. So here I put 7.9 into square into what is L? L is 8.2, okay. So the answer is centimeter cube. Why centimeter cube? Okay, square, okay. So cube. So now I delete that. So now we find the. So the final is I write here. Okay, this is our. Here we need to find the compression Java. Okay. So now we find the Vs. So Vs we know. So here we have to find the Vc, because the capacity means engine capacity means Vs plus Vc, clearance volume plus stroke volume. So the stroke volume we have found. So now we have to find the clearance volume. So use this compression ratio, because we know in the question they give the compression ratio, that is 9.3 is to 1. That is the compression ratio. So we can write like this, okay. 1, this is the compression ratio, okay, plus 1 plus stroke volume we know, here Vc. So we reduce 1 from 9.3, so 8.3 equal 4.2.1 into Vc. So Vc is 48.45 centimeter cube. Okay. So now we know the Vc, here Vs. So what is capacity? Vs plus Vc, okay. So here but here you can see, what is it? This is enough? No. This is for one cylinder. This is for one cylinder. But here told four cylinder. The engine have 4 cylinder. So this is for the volume of one cylinder multiplied by 4. So then the answer will be okay. So the answer will be centimeter cube. So you know the word of the cc. We call what's the engine capacity? We asked someone to. This is 1500 or 1000 cc, 1500. Here it is 1000, around 1800 cc. Okay, 1800 cc. The cc is come from this centimeter cube. Okay, c means the centimeter cube. Okay, centimeter cube. Okay, the cube come from this. So the centimeter cube we can use instead of centimeter cube cc. So here it is around 1800 cc. Okay, so now I told why we need to use here in the centimeter, as we can use millimeter or anything. Okay, the standard unit is centimeter cube. So that's why we call the engine capacity as cc. That means the centimeter cube. So that's why we use here for in this equation. Okay, when we find the engine capacity, we use this centimeter values. Okay. So this is the first question. So second one is find the indicated power at 3200 rpm, indicated power. So I told that equation, this indicated power equation. So and the indicated mean effective pressure is related to indicator power. Okay, this BMEP means brake mean effective power is power. So pressure. Okay, when is the pressure is related to brake power. Brake mean effective pressure is related to brake power. Indicator mean effective pressure is related to indicated power. So here we need to find the indicated power. Okay, so we already in the question they were given the indicator mean effective pressure. So we know the indicator mean effective pressure here. So we have to find indicator power at 3200 rpm. So here the equation, indicator power, when we find the indicator power, we need the indicator mean effective pressure. That's we know. K means this is a K factor. When is the 4-stroke engine, we use half. 1 for the 2-stroke engine. Here that is the 4-stroke 4-cylinder engine. So we use half for this K, and N means number of cylinder. So this number of cylinder is 4. The L means stroke also we know 82 something. Okay, and here the cross sectional area of cylinder is A, and N means rpm, the 3200 rpm we have to find the indicator power. So the rpm also we know. So this is 60. So this is come to kilo. So in the standard we have to take the answer, we have to give the answer at kilowatt. That is the standard value of the indicator power of brake power. So here we use the equation. The second, indicator power. IMEP into K into N into L into A into M over 60. So here 3432. This is kilopascal. So here we have to 10 cube for the kilo. Okay. So now it's in the Pascal. Here half N4 L82, but here only I told, okay, we only use the, when we find the engine capacity, we use the stroke and bore as a centimeter, okay. But here in this equation, all are in SI unit, okay. All are in SI unit. So the SI unit is meter. So the SI unit is meter here. So we can put in the equation indicator power, brake power, we use the millimeter. So 10 minus 3 A 79 into 10 minus 3 into this N is RPM of the engine. So that is 3200. So we can cut here this 10 minus 3, 10 3, okay, under 60. Okay. So the answer will be two for watt, okay. This is watt. So here we have to, I already told we have to give the answer in kilowatt. So 371 here, okay, kilowatt. So dot 47, okay, kilowatt. So this is the answer. 2371.47 kilowatt. Okay. So this is the indicated power. So remind this value. We have to use this value to our next question. Okay. So remind this value. This is the indicator power. So what was the next question? So brake power of the engine, if mechanical efficiency of the engine is 34.2%. So brake power, we have to find the brake power, but they give the mechanical efficiency. Okay, mechanical efficiency and brake power. So what equation we can use? Mechanical efficiency and brake power. So here you can see this is the mechanical efficiency. Okay, the mechanical efficiency here, the mechanical efficiency equal to IP indicated power over brake power. So this is indicator power, this is brake power is equal to mechanical efficiency. We already know this indicator power. So mechanical efficiency also given. So we can find the brake power. Okay. So this mechanical efficiency equal to Vp IP. Okay. But here this is the mechanical efficiency equal to 34.5%. Okay. How will the percentage come? The percentage means the 100. So some value, that is, this is a value, multiply by 100, it's come to as percentage. Okay. So that is 3.2%. So here the efficiency is, we didn't give the percentage. Okay, we didn't give the percentage. This is the percentage. We have to give the efficiency. That means the efficiency is, the mechanical efficiency is multiplied by 100. So that is the percentage. Okay, so here 34.2 percentage. So the efficiency we can use here, we have to divide it by 100. Okay, so what is this? So here we use as the percentage 34.2 divided by 100. Because actually the equation is like this. Okay, in this value multiply by 100 is equal 35.2 percentage. Okay, clear? So now this 100, okay, I take this 100 below this mechanical efficiency. Okay, I can take. So this 100 is I take here. Oh, this is the percentage. So we brake power we have to find, indicator power, okay. Here straightly I use the kilowatt. Why? Because in the both up and down both are kilowatt, so both are cut each other. Okay, so when we get the answer, if we use the indicator power as the kilowatt, the brake power we can get the answer straightly in the kilowatt. If we use here in the watt, the brake power answer comes as a watt. Okay, so here we can get the brake power. Answer is kilowatt. Okay, so this is the indicator power, this is the brake power. This is a 2371, here 811. Okay, so now you can get clear. I told always the indicator power is higher than the brake power. Right? The combustion air, the beginning, okay, the beginning, the combustion gas give the power to engine, that is indicator power. After engine you use that power for its operation, then the remains power is the brake power. So this is the beginning, the power is here 2000. Finally after, okay, this difference is what? This difference power is, the power of this difference is, okay, but it used for the engine operation. So always the brake power is less than the indicated power. So here is the 2811. Okay, so now you have to remind these two things, indicator power and brake power. The next question we need these values. So this is complete. What is the brake mean effective pressure of the engine? What is the brake mean effective pressure of the engine? Okay, we have to brake mean effective pressure. Brake mean effective pressure of the engine. So here we have to, then now we know the brake power. These all things we know. So we can find the brake mean effective pressure. So that same equation, A into N into L into A into N over 60. Okay, brake power. So here we take the brake mean effective pressure on one side. Okay, so BM EP equal, okay, BP into 60 and KNLAN. Okay. Now we substitute these values. Okay. This is brake power 811.4. But here we used kilowatt. Okay. I changed the watt. So 10 cube. Okay. Into 60. K half N4 L82 into, we change the meter, 10 minus 3, 79 into 10 minus 3 into engine crank RPM. This is the crank RPM, 3000. So what is the answer is, okay, the answer is (173) 741.9 Pascal. So we can change the kilopascal. Okay, here 173 into 74 kilopascal. Okay, the 1000 we have to divide. Okay, this 74 kilopascal. So this is the answer. Okay. Next question is, so brake mean effective pressure we have found. Find the mass of the fuel consumed if indicated thermal efficiency is 73. Okay. So what we have to find the indicator, what is indicated thermal efficiency equation and mass of fuel consumed. Okay. Indicated thermal efficiency. Where? So here you can see the second one here. Indicator thermal efficiency is IP, indicator power below MF. That means the mass of fuel supplied into CV. This calorific value of fuel. Okay. Calorific value of fuel, joule per kilogram. Joule per kilogram. Okay. The unit is joule per kilogram, calorific value of fuel. So that is IP into MF into CV. So in the MF is, normally we know in the MS is here, also the MF is here, and the MF of fuel consumed here. Okay, mass of fuel consumed kilogram per hour. Okay, normally this normally come in the kilogram per hour. We can, okay, kilogram per hour. When we do this question, you will clearly understand. So now you remember, sorry, this one. Now you are indicated thermal efficiency. Okay, remember this equation, IP MF into CV. This calorific value of fuel, already in the question you can see. Okay, the calorific value of here. Okay, 42.6 megajoule per kilogram. This is the calorific value of gasoline. So here in the equation we have to find the mass of fuel supplied. MF we have to find. CV no, indicator power no, and the indicator thermal efficiency also no. 74 something. Okay. So okay, indicator thermal efficiency we know, we have to find the mass of fuel consumed. Okay. So in the equations indicator thermal efficiency IT, okay, efficiency IP the MF into CV. Okay, indicator power we know, so we have to find the MF. So here MF equal IP into indicator thermal efficiency into CV. Okay. So indicator power we know, okay. So here use the watt 371.47 into we use the watt, so 10.3, and here I already told the indicator thermal efficiency is 73%, okay. So I told we have to divide by 100, okay. So it's come to 0.73, okay. So here substitute 0.73 into okay, then CV, the CV value we know 42.6, that means megajoule, okay. That value is megajoule, okay. We have to put the megajoule, okay. So here we have to change the megajoule, so the kilojoule 10.3, so this is 10.6. So now we find the value of MF is come to 0.076. So what is the unit? Here we have to find this unit as this MF unit as kilogram per hour. But in this equation we can get MF value not for hour. Example I told clearly, okay. This MF equal indicated power efficiency and CV, okay. The indicator power, what is the unit of indicator power? That is kilowatt or watt, okay. So here we put watt, okay. This is only for the unit, okay. This is a thermal efficiency is a number, there is don't have any unit, okay. But this calorific fuel calorific value is, okay, calorific value is joule per kilogram. The calorific value is joule per kilogram, okay. Do you know this is megajoule or joule per kilogram, okay. The megajoule we put 10 into 6, so joule per kilogram. So now you can see the watt, how we write the watt. The watt means watt is joule per second, okay. The work done in 1 second, okay, that is we can call watt. The watt is equal to joule per second, okay. So here we can put joule per second, So joule per second. So here the joule also okay cut. So what will happen? The kilogram is going to upside. So kilogram per second is mf. So in this equation we can get the mass of fuel consumed, okay, mass of fuel consumed as the unit of kilogram per second, okay. So here also this value is kilogram per second. Very carefully, the answer is kilogram per second. But in the standard, okay, in the standard, the unit is kilogram per hour. Okay. So what we do? 0.076 into this is second. Okay. The 1 hour 3600 seconds for 1 hour. So we multiply by 3600. So the answer is 273.6 kilogram per hour. Okay, 273.6 kilogram per hour. So this is the answer, the mass of the fuel supply. Okay, clear? Here I told the units are cut, so here is come to kilogram per second, the easy equation. So we change to kilogram per hour. Now the next question is, find the specific fuel consumption of the engine. Find the specific fuel consumption of the engine. What is specific fuel consumption? Here you can see SFC. This means specific fuel consumption. So the equation mass of fuel consumed, MF, okay, we already found, okay, MF, and BP we know. So the finally it's come to kilowatt per hour. Okay, here I explain how in this final value is come. Okay, how the final value is come. I explain the okay, here the mass of fuel consumed means kilogram per hour. Okay, so in this equation we have to put the standard value of mass of fuel consumed kilogram per hour. So however we have to change that kilogram per second to this kilogram per hour. Okay, then we can substitute the value here. So this in this equation, okay, SFC MF into BP. Here I put MF. Now we find the kilogram per hour. Okay. This is brake power means watt. So what happened? The kilogram, this hour is come to here. Okay. So this is kilowatt. Okay. Here we use the kilowatt. So this is the very important thing. Okay. So this is the equation we can write kilogram per kilowatt hour. Okay. So this is okay, kilogram per kilowatt hour. Okay, kilogram per kilowatt hour, kilogram per hour. This kilowatt is come from this brake power. Okay, this brake power. So here in the other equations we can use the brake power as the watt. Okay, we add the 10 into 3. But in this equation this is kilowatt. So we can straightly apply the kilowatt. Okay, the brake power as kilowatt we can straightly add. So the equation is come kilogram per kilowatt hour. Kilogram into the hour is come here. So kilogram per kilowatt hour. This equation, okay. So SFC mean specific fuel consumption mean MF mass of fuel consumed in the brake power. So this is 273.6 what kilogram per hour, okay. And here we can put the kilowatt, okay, kilowatt, not the. So straightly we can put 800 into 0.4. No need to put the 10 into 10.3, okay. So here 0.337 kilowatt hour. This is the answer, okay. So when we use this equation, we carefully understand what are the units are used here, okay. We have to answer. So after we use these unit of values, we can find the standard unit, okay. So these kind of question you can expect in the exams. So when you are doing these exercises, please understand very carefully. Okay. So the first question is done. So now we start the second question. So here the diesel engine has 6 cylinder and the compression ratio is 19.3 to 1. Stroke to bore ratio for this particular engine is 1:2 and the engine bore is 66 millimeter. If the engine brake mean effective pressure, okay, stroke length of for the engine, okay. So we can know the bore, okay, 66 millimeter bore, but the ratio of the stroke to bore, okay, stroke to bore ratio is, that means stroke is L, bore is D. This ratio is, okay, clear. L we have to find, bore is 66, is 1:2. So we can find the L, okay. L is 79.2 millimeter, okay. So that's the first question. Stroke length for the engine is 72.7 because the ratio is 1. If the bore is 1, the stroke length is 1.2, okay, the ratio. So we can find the stroke length. So now we know the stroke length and bore length, okay. Stroke and bore we can know now. So compression ratio also we know 19.3 into 1. So clearance volume of the engine we already did see the same things, okay. Clearance volume, the clearance volume of the engine means the clearance volume. This is not a capacity, clearance volume. VC, we have to find the VC. So I write the compression ratio, we know the equation. So when we find the clearance volume, we have to find the swept or stroke volume. Okay, so stroke volume pi into 4 d squared into L. So pi into 4, so 66. So here we already told we use the centimeter. Okay, here also 79.2, so 7.92 centimeter. So find 271.7307 or 271.07 centimeter cube. So this is the Vs, stroke volume. Okay, so here the ratio we know. Okay, this R means ratio. Okay, so the ratio we know. What is the ratio? 19.3 into 1. Okay, 1 plus Vs now know 271.07. Vc we have to find. Okay, so the one is reduced from 19.3, so 18.3 into 271.07 in Vc. Okay, so Vc is come 14.81 centimeter cube. Okay, this is the second question. Find the clearance volume. So what is the third question? So now we have to find the engine power at 2300 rpm. Engine power. Just engine power means normally brake mean effective pressure we know. Okay, the engine power means the brake power. Okay, the brake power is we call engine power. So engine brake mean effective pressure we know 2334 kilopascal. So the RPM also, crank RPM also we know. So we can find the brake power. This is the same as the previous question. So brake power. Brake mean effective pressure into K into N into L into A into N below 60. So brake power we have to find 2334. This is kilopascal. So we put 10.3. So here this is also 4 stroke 6 cylinder. Okay, the 4 stroke, so the half for K, 6 cylinder, number of cylinder N. L for 79.2 into 10 minus 3. Okay, L A 66 into 10 minus 3 into the final N. This N is RPM of the crank. So it's 2300 over 60. Okay, and so this answer. So straightly I write the kilowatt. Okay. 03 kilowatt. The answer will come to watt. Okay, then I divided by 1000, so straightly I put the kilowatt. This is the answer, 1403. This is this is a brake power. So remind this the answer. Okay, remember this answer. We can use the next question. So now we find the brake power. Indicate the power of the engine if engine mechanical efficiency is 54 points. Also we this question also we already did. Mechanical efficiency means, okay, that mechanical efficiency 54.3. okay, no, we have to find the indicator power, but we know the brake power. Okay, so this is simple thing. Mechanical efficiency is brake power into indicator power. Okay, so we know the indicator power, we need to know. So brake power into mechanical efficiency. Brake power we already know. I told both we can use the kilowatt. If we use the brake power as the kilowatt, we can find the indicator power in the unit of kilowatt. Okay, so 03. This is the brake power, and the efficiency I already told. This is a 50.3 is divided by 100. Okay, this is a percentage. So 0.543. Okay, so the answer will be 258385. Straightly it come to kilowatt. Okay, okay, now we move to the next question. I think the third one. A square engine operating in 4-stroke auto cycle has bore of 79.6. The engine is high compression ratio. Engine is a high compression engine with 11.7 to 1 compression ratio, and red line means that crank RPM 8700. Engine has a brake mean effective pressure 1460 kilopascal, and mechanical efficiency is 29.7%. So we have to find the stroke, but here only they give the bore value. But the word you can see here, a square engine. What is square engine? For an example, a cylinder. Okay, the cylinder is like a square. Square means, okay, this is the stroke volume. Okay, the piston can move from here to here. Okay, this stroke, here the diameter. Okay, the cylinder in the top bottom side diameter. Okay, D. Here L. I use the stroke. D into L equal to 1:1. Before we use 1.2 in the last question. Here the square engine means this is square, like a square. So D into L equal 1:1. So what's the stroke of the piston also? 79.6 millimeter. Okay, slightly we can put. This is just we can write how we find. Okay, this is a square engine, so the square engine ratio is D diameter bore into bore into stroke is 1:1. Okay, the ratio is. So straightly we can give 79.6 millimeter for stroke. Okay. Only this thing is different. So the clearance volume per cylinder. So clearance volume. So these two things we can do. Clearance volume. Okay. First we have to find the stroke volume. Then we have to find the clearance volume by using the compression ratio. Then total we can find the engine capacity. Okay. That's CC value. So the compression ratio 11.7. Okay. That's okay. Okay. We start. So first it okay. And the second part. Stroke volume we find I into 4. So 7.96 into square. Here we can use straightly I can put like this. Why? And the bore, okay, the bore and stroke both are same. So the D squared into L. The L also same as D. Okay, so the D cube. So here 7.96 into cube. Straightly I put. Okay. So this answer is, this is centimeter. Huh? Be careful. 396.12 centimeter cube. So this is for the stroke volume. So now we have write the other equation. So here 11.7 compression ratio, 1 plus Vs here 396.12, Vc we have to find. Okay. So the Vc come slightly. Okay. 37.02 centimeter cube. 37.02. So now engine capacity. The engine capacity I told engine capacity. Okay. Vs plus Vc here. The four cylinder engine. Okay. So multiply by 4 cylinder. So 396.12 plus 37.02 multiply by 2. Sorry, 4. Multiply by 4 equal to this is OCC. Okay. 1732.5. So 1007. So we around, okay, about we can tell this engine has 1700 cc around. Okay. The normally if we call the engine is 1700 cc, that is accurately is not the 1700. Okay. Here also we have to around. Okay, around we can get this engine is when we go call this engine 1700 cc. Okay. But the actual value is this, but in the commonly we can call as a 1700 cc engine. So now the clearance volume and engine capacity we found. Okay. So the next one is find the engine power, that means brake power. So here in the questions, the brake mean effective pressure is given. So we can find the brake power. Okay, then the indicator mean effective pressure we can use, because they already gave the mechanical efficiency. So the mechanical efficiency we also know. So we find the indicator mean effective pressure. So the brake power, brake mean effective pressure into K into N into L into A into N. Okay, low 60. So brake mean effective pressure is given above. So that is 1460. So we can change to Pascal. So 10.3 we add, and here half, because here also 4-stroke engine, and the cylinder is number of cylinder 4, stroke 79.6. So here the bore and stroke are same values, so I put straightly into 10 minus 6, and the crank RPM is 6,800. So below 60. So the brake power is 2096.85 kilowatt. So this is the answer. So remember this answer, and this brake power is we need to do in the next question. Okay. So the last one is we have to find the indicator mean effective pressure. Okay. So indicator mean effective pressure we can find from the indicator power equation. Okay. So first of all we have to find the indicator power. From now we know the brake power. So we use the equation straightly in the mechanical efficiency. Okay, the equation. Here we can find the indicator power. So the brake power is 2096.85. Mechanical efficiency is 29.7. So here we put 0.297. So the answer is kilowatt. So this is the indicator power. So now we know the indicator power. So we substitute this answer to the indicator power equation. Okay. Then we find the indicator mean effective pressure. So indicator mean effective pressure equal to indicator power into 60 K N L A. Okay. So this is indicator power 3 4 Pascal, sorry, watt into 60. Here half 4K, 4 cylinder, 79.6 into square 10 minus 6 into RPM 6800 4N. Okay, so the answer will be 4915. This is the kilopascal. Okay, this is the end of the third question. So the fourth question also the same one, but here the difference is this is the two-stroke engine. Okay, and so the K value, K factor is changed. Okay, so bore and stroke value also given. Indicator mean effective pressure is 2220 kilopascal, and engine efficacy 25%, and thermal brake thermal efficiency 57.7%. So first indicated power at 2000 RPM. So the same thing we already done. Indicator power equation we already know. Okay. So 10 into 3 for Pascal. So this is here, and the K factor is, this is the two-stroke engine. So here you can see the K equal to half for 4-stroke and 1 for 2-stroke engine. So here we apply the value of 1 for K. Okay, and the number of cylinder, I think the two strokes, 2 cylinder. Okay, so here the 2 cylinder. So 1, 2, 39 into 33 both. Okay, the stroke and bore, and here 10 minus 6. Okay, and the RPM is 2000 RPM. So I put like this. Okay, 2000, 2 into 10 into 3. So, okay, so then we can cancel these both and here. Okay, that's why I put the 2000 as 2 into 10 3. Okay, so over below 60. So here, and the indicator power is 190.48 kilowatt. This is the answer. Okay. So first we have found the indicator power. So now we have to find the brake power. So mechanical efficiency is 25%. So we know the mechanical efficiency. So we apply the equation related to mechanical efficiency, and we find the answer. Mechanical efficiency BB to IP. Okay. So brake power equal to mechanical efficiency into indicator power. So mechanical efficiency we know 25%. So that is percentage. So here we apply 0.25. And indicator power. So here we apply, substitute the value of kilowatt. So the brake power also we can get as a kilowatt. Okay. So this is the indicator power. Here this is the brake power. So the final power output will be 47.62 kilowatt in this engine. Okay. So now we know brake power and indicator power. So this is the second question. The third question is mass of fuel supplied. Okay, mass of fuel supplied, the same equation, but here brake thermal efficiency. Okay, before we did this type of question, okay, we use this equation because the indicator thermal efficiency was given. Okay, the previous question. Okay, but here the brake thermal efficiency was given. Okay, all are same, but the indicator thermal efficiency and the indicator power is related. Okay, but here brake thermal efficiency, okay, the brake power is linked with this equation. Okay, so on the brake power, the all other things are we know. Okay, so efficiency we given. Okay, in the question, brake power we already know. CV value also know, calorific fuel value also we know. So mass of fuel consumed we can calculate. So brake thermal efficiency equation is big P MF into CV. But in the things we have to already I told these things. Here the MF value is come to kilogram per second. Okay, in this equation. Then we have to convert it to kilogram per hour. The thing we have to remember. So here the brake power we already got the value 47.62. Here we apply the watt. Okay, not the kilowatt, this is a watt brake power. Right, here we have first we need to find the MF. Okay, brake thermal efficiency into calorific value. Now we apply brake power 47.62 into 10.3. Okay, for watt, here thermal efficiency 57.7 I think. So we can straightly put that is percentage 0.577 into calorific value we already know 42.6 megajoule per kilogram. So here because of the megajoule we change we apply here the joule. So 10 into 6. Okay. So the value 1.937 into 10 minus 3. This is the value kilogram per second. Okay. This is the value we can straightly get from this equation. Then we have to convert to kilogram per hour. Into 3600. So the answer will be 6.97 kilogram per hour. 6.97 kilogram per hour. This is the answer of the mass fuel consumed. Mass of fuel consumed. Okay, that is a kilogram per hour. So now mass of fuel supplied we calculated. So the last one, specific fuel consumption of the engine. So we know this equation. Here mass fuel consumed, okay, MF we know and BP also we know. So we can calculate the specific fuel consumption. So the equation is SFC, mass of fuel, BP. I already told this, the brake power is we have to apply here, not a watt. Here we have to apply the kilowatt. So that's why finally we can find this unit, okay, for SFC, okay. So we have to find the SFC as kilogram per kilowatt hour. So that's why here we have to find apply the brake power as kilowatt, not the watt, okay. So 6.97, okay, we already found kilogram per hour, okay, kilogram per hour. Awesome. Here that's watt, 47.62 watt. So the final answer will be 0.146 kilogram per kilowatt hour. So this is the specific fuel consumption, okay. This is the specific fuel consumption. I hope you will be understand these things clearly, okay. Okay, this is your tutorial, okay. This is the tutorial of the engine and components. So this is the due date, July 7, 2021. You have to submit the LMS account, okay. So you have to do these questions, okay. All questions are I shown how to do, okay. The equation, everything I explain very clearly. I hope you will not get any struggle, okay, to do these questions, okay. So this is your tutorial. You have to submit through the LMS account. The due date is July 7, 2021. This is the end of this tutorial, okay. Thank you so much.